Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noah and I am going to try to present another hiking video right here for you. I know I haven't done one in quite a few months actually, just because I wasn't really in a position to do hiking videos, but I am back in Japan right now doing a lot of different things, and one of them is trying to explore different mountains in my area. So this mountain I just started right now. I kind of forget the name, if I'm being honest, because there's so many mountains that are so close to, they're so close together that it can be kind of confusing to identify which one you're currently at. But it is about, I think, 6 right now, and I just started, so I'm hoping that I'm actually going to be one of the only ones to or one of the first people to reach the summit, so I can get hopefully some cool videos for you guys. I wanted to originally record a different hike, one of the larger mountains in my vicinity, but I pulled up to the starting point, and apparently it's a volcano, or supposedly a dead volcano, formerly dead volcano, and apparently there was some activity on it, so they kind of blocked it off for the public to hike. So I was really bummed about that, because that hike is really cool, and it's just, I mean, it's a volcano, you know, so it's absolutely massive. It would have been great to record, but I think that'll hopefully be kind of like a next time thing, and that's why I've been having to pivot to some of these other mountains that I haven't really come across before, but I'm pretty confident that they still should be pretty good as far as scenery goes. One of the things that I just realized is that I don't really have anything to protect me in the event that there was some kind of bear encounter. Now, even though the prefecture that I'm in currently isn't necessarily known as bear territory, I think bear territory is more north than where I am right now. It is one of those things that kind of lingers in the back of your head. And I had just heard about a story 2 days ago, I think, where there were 2 hikers, and one of them got taken away by, dragged into the forest by a bear, and I don't think they've actually found his body. As of right now, they've found his belongings, but not his body. So I don't know why I'm laughing there, but it's just something that you think about. I think next time I come to Japan, visit Japan, I think I'll bring potentially maybe some bear spray at least, or something like that. But I have heard that noises kind of keep them at bay. So if I keep talking like this, I'm hoping that if there are any out there, they'll kind of stay away. But I want to show you guys just how dense the brush is here as well. So you can see how dense everything is, where, you know, it's hard to see really anything that's not kind of right in front of you. It'd be easy for, you know, animals to really hide themselves and kind of keep a low profile until it's too late. But the trail itself thus far, I think, is really nice. It's really I don't know if it's our location, but everything is very moist. Like it's like it rained, but it didn't, type of deal. So that's really cool. But it's a nice experience being out here alone. Don't mind me. Just leaving my scent for the bears. So I did, I don't know if you guys can see, probably not with this light, but I did have a little bit of a scare just a bit ago as I was pulling out my camera to record a little bit more. I heard something very noticeable, maybe, I don't know, 30 yards in front of me, that was kind of scurrying through the shrubs, and I stopped initially just to kind of hear. You can kind of hear how big something is by the way it's moving, so I thought, oh, maybe it's like a squirrel or something, but then I heard that it was very clearly pushing like branches away. So obviously it's kind of funny because I was talking about, bears and so on, but I couldn't really see it because, like I said, the brush is so thick here that there was just no way of me actually seeing what was out there, and it was a ways out. So I kind of had to stop and think about what I wanted to do. I initially actually even considered kind of turning back and maybe just trying something different or something like that, but I ultimately decided that I would grab a couple large sticks and kind of continue to scare it away, because the way that I was thinking about it was, if me talking kind of scared it away, I was already kind of making a statement that, hey, I'm here, I'm here, you better run. So I just kind of figured that it maybe wasn't the worst idea to just continue on, but I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to, moving forward throughout the trail, I'm just going to try to talk the entire way just to kind of make it known that there's something else here. But yeah, a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think we'll be okay for this hike. So I found this nice little resting spot by this tree. It kind of looks like the tree from Game of Thrones, the Weeping Willow or whatever the hell. But there is a sign here that says I'm pretty much there. I think I have maybe, I don't know, another 500 meters of elevation that I need to cover, but I'm just taking this moment to kind of rest a little bit after that whole little scare that I had. And it makes me kind of wonder if it was a bear or maybe it was a deer. I don't know. And I hope I don't really find out, but we're almost there. So we're going to keep going, and I'm excited to show you guys the top of the mountain. So we are going up there. I think that's going to be the peak there. So we're nearly there. I think it's just maybe another half an hour or so of this trail here before we get up there. But we're nearly there. This last little bit of the hike always kind of sucks. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I had a sweat rag at the beginning of the trip that I had been using throughout the entire time to kind of clean my face off, and at some point it must have fallen out of my pocket. So the only thing I have are a pair of boxers to kind of wipe my face and eyes and nose and stuff. I do think they're clean though, or at least I hope they're clean. I found them on my backpack. So we are finally at one of my favorite parts in the hike, which is when things get open like this. So I just need to follow, I don't actually know. Oh, I guess I go over there. You can see the guy. There was a guy that passed me, which I was kind of pissed about, but he's up there. I kind of let him go. But look at this view. I know the whites are probably blown out really bad in the sky, but this is what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite parts in the hike. And a cool little Easter egg is, do you see this smoke here? In the beginning of the video, that's where the hot spring that I was near was located. So we were basically right across the street from that, and we've come all this way. So this is this is pretty nice. So I've been able to stay up here for a little while now, and no one has come, and I haven't heard anybody coming up either. So this is really, really nice. It makes me kind of forget how much I kind of need a little bit of peace in my life. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, I have mentioned in a few of them that I do currently live, in Austin, Texas. And as much as I, love being in the city, there's a certain amount of stimuli that I like to get away from when I can. And these types of trips, especially when I can be here completely alone, are extremely nice. You know, the air and just everything. It makes me want to kind of see if you could build a house up here. Imagine having a house, maybe not a house because I don't know if I could, you know, where's the Wi-Fi at, but having like a vacation house up in a location like this would be absolutely obscene. I can't even imagine. Like I mentioned before, that guy that came up here with me and actually beat me went that way, and I haven't seen him come back yet. So I don't know really what that's about. I can kind of see this trail, and I think you might be able to actually go all the way down kind of on that side of the mountaintop too, which I don't know if I think I have enough food to fill myself up to do that. I thought about initially going over kind of to that area there, but no, I don't know if I'm feeling motivated at this point, but you can just see, you know, how vast this is. As I was kind of, I just got done eating, but as I was kind of looking around, you know, and actually just thinking for a minute, it kind of dawned on me that, you know, because Japan is an island, does that, like, all of this area, right? And you guys, you know, I don't need to show you on the camera, but you'll see it in the drone footage. But when you look around, it's hard to fathom that this is all floating right on the water. And then I started to think that, well, is it floating because the sand is wrapped around it? But then why doesn't the sand move? You know, so I don't know. I think one of the main things, you know, as I look out too, you feel so insignificant as like an individual person when you're you know, when you're up in locations like this, right? And these aren't feelings that we often feel. I feel like just going, you know, day to day in whatever city you work in, and you go home and then you watch Netflix, some shit show, and then you go to sleep, and then you kind of do that for your whole life. But when you go to places like this, it truly makes you feel like you are just a speck, you know, and those feelings are good. I think it kind of humbles you a little bit to show you that, you know, we are outmatched by Mother Nature, I think is probably the best way to put it. But it's really good. I mean, I was almost outmatched by a bear, if that was a bear today. But I think I was initially considering doing the extra hike just because I do have a little bit of time. It's about 10 in the morning right now. I started the trek at maybe 6. So I would have time to do it, but it's one of those things where I just don't know if I've got the energy for it. And this is, like I said, this is plenty of a view for me. So I think I'm going to start my descent shortly here, but I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, kind of joining me on this new hike for me here. This is right around the area that I had heard that bear before. So I'm kind of walking briskly through the area. Walking fast, walking fast, walking fast so the bear doesn't hear me or see me. So I just got done. I actually just got done with my bath, but I got down the hill, and it's actually really, really convenient. At the bottom, where I parked my car, basically where I am right now, there is a hot spring that is directly taking the sulfur water from the mountain up there. Not the one that I was at, but one of the neighboring ones, I think. So it's really convenient because you can go basically you know, sweat all you want on the mountain and then come down and have a really nice bathhouse to bathe at. Pardon me. And this one was really nice. It was like it was about $7 to get in, and you can basically stay as long as you want. But that was pretty much it. I hope you guys you know, liked what you saw. It was a really fun hike, to be honest with you. It was kind of a last minute find. I found it last night. Didn't really look at any pictures, didn't look at how difficult it might be, and I'm pleasantly surprised with the outcome. So I hope that you enjoyed the video again, and I hope to see you again sometime soon.